Okay, we are now streaming live on YouTube. Would everyone please raise your right hand?
Ahora estamos en transmisión en vivo por YouTube. Si pueden levantar la mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm that the information contained in your application for court-appointed counsel,
Juran y afirman que la información que proporcionaron en la solicitud para el abogado de oficio,
as well as any information given to this court,
y también cualquier información que va a proporcionar ante esta juez,
will be true and correct, so help you? If so, say I do.
será verdadera y correcta? Si así es, digan juro.
I didn't hear it. Thank you. Please put your hands down.
Ya pueden bajar la mano.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Buenas tardes a todos.
This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Esta audiencia es su comparecencia inicial en la sala menor del Tribunal de Primera Instancia del Condado de Clayton.
We are not here to try your case or take a plea.
No estamos aquí para enjuiciarlos, tampoco para que ustedes presenten una declaración a acusaciones.
You are here for the court to inform you of the charges against you.
Están aquí para que la señora juez le informe de las acusaciones en su contra.
For me to advise you of your certain rights.
Para que le informe de los ciertos derechos que tienen.
To set bail on the offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail.
Para imponerles fianza para los cargos, los cuales tengo la autorización de imponer la fianza.
To schedule a preliminary hearing for some of you.
Para programar la audiencia preliminar para algunos de ustedes.
And to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
También para determinar si requieran la ayuda de un abogado.
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing.
Tienen derecho a permanecer callados sin decir nada.
Should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you if the case goes to trial.
Si eligen renunciar a este derecho, cualquier cosa que diga durante esta audiencia se puede tomar en su contra si el caso procede a juicio.
During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights.
Durante esta diligencia y las que siguen tienen los siguientes derechos.
You have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Tienen el derecho a ser presunto inocente hasta que el Estado ha probado su culpabilidad fuera de una duda razonable.
You have the right to indictment by grand jury for felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors.
Tiene derecho a ser acusado formalmente por el gran jurado cuando se trata de delitos mayores o que procede en su contra con acusación general cuando se trata de delitos menores.
You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you.
Tienen el derecho a ver, escuchar y contrainterrogar todo testigo convocado a declarar en su contra.
You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses on your own behalf by subpoena.
También tiene el derecho de obligar la presencia de testigos que comparecen a su favor por medio de citatorio judicial.
You have the right to testify and offer evidence on your own behalf.
Tienen el derecho de presentar testimonio y pruebas en defensa propia.
Should you choose to do so.
Si eligen hacerlo.
However, should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised.
Sin embargo, si eligen no hacerlo, no se puede presumir culpabilidad de su parte.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you.
Tiene derecho a un abogado que lo represente.
It is the policy of this court to appoint each of you an attorney, so you each will have an attorney appointed to represent you.
La política de ese tribunal es designar un abogado de oficio para cada uno de ustedes, así que cada uno tendrá su abogado de oficio designado.
However, you always have the right to hire your own counsel or to represent yourself.
Sin embargo, siempre tienen derecho de contratar a su propio abogado privado o seguir en representación propia.
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds pending the prosecution of your case.
Algunos de ustedes tendrán el derecho de presentar o depositar fianzas sin restricciones durante la sustanciación de su caso.
This bond may be cash, commercial, or property.
Esta fianza se puede depositar en efectivo, puede ser tramitada a través de una compañía comercial de fianzas o poniendo de garantía un inmueble.
If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of cash to the sheriff's department, who will hold it until your case is resolved.
Si va a depositar su fianza en efectivo, alguien tendría que entregar el total a la fianza a la oficina del sheriff, que guardará el dinero hasta que el caso se resuelva.
This cash bond will be returned once your case is closed to the person who bonded or posted your bond. Excuse me.
La fianza en efectiva será devuelta a la misma persona que la depositó cuando el caso se concluya.
Someone could also use a commercial bonding company.
También puede tramitar su fianza a través de una compañía de fianzas.
That company can charge up to 15% of your total bond as a fee for their services.
La compañía podría cobrar hasta un 15% de lo que es la fianza total para la tarifa de servicio.
This fee will not be returned.
Esa tarifa no se le devuelve.
Someone could also use a property as bond as long as the property has equity 3 times the amount of your bond.
También podría utilizar un inmueble para garantizar su fianza, con tal de que tal inmueble cuenta con el propietario, mejor dicho, cuente con un patrimonio neto de 3 veces lo que es el valor de la fianza.
Everyone will have special conditions on their bond.
Cada uno de ustedes tiene algunas condiciones especiales con la fianza.
At minimum, you will be prohibited from violating any laws while out on bond.
Como mínimo se le prohíbe incumplir la ley estatal mientras está en libertad bajo fianza.
Some of you may have additional conditions that keep you from going around certain people or certain places.
Algunos de ustedes tal vez tienen condiciones adicionales las cuales prohíben que se acerquen a ciertas personas o que vayan a ciertos lugares.
You will also be prohibited from having any contact with the alleged victim while in jail.
También se le prohíbe contacto alguno con la presunta víctima mientras está detenido.
Should you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial.
Si incumple las normas de su fianza quedará revocada y no tendrá derecho a otra fianza mientras está esperando la resolución de su caso.
An additional charge of aggravated stalking, influencing a witness, or such other charge could be brought against you.
Se le puede formular cargos adicionales de acecho o hostigamiento con agravantes o influenciar a testigos o otros cargos que corresponden.
These additional charges have 10 years in prison, or up to 10 years in prison, or up to $20,000 in fines.
Esas acusaciones adicionales conllevan penas máximas de hasta 10 años de prisión o 20, I'm sorry, Your Honor, may I clarify, please? 10 years of prison and up to 20 a fine. Perdón. Conllevan una pena máxima de hasta 10 años de prisión y $20,000 de multa.
Is everything okay?
Oh.
They step to the back.
Oh,
Somebody.
she needs y'all on the camera. He has an emergency.
Okay.
Inmate.
Everybody is okay, so we'll continue. Are you all okay?
Yes.
¿Todos están bien?
Okay.
Yes.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which the court is not authorized to set bail.
Algunos de ustedes tienen acusaciones las cuales no tengo la autorización para imponer su fianza.
In that event, a bond hearing will be scheduled at a later date.
Si ese es su caso, su audiencia preliminar se programará en una fecha posterior.
Everybody, please listen up as I discuss preliminary hearings because the court will inquire of each of you who are charged with misdemeanors a specific question, so please listen up.
Por favor, ponga atención ahora que voy a explicar lo que es la audiencia preliminar, porque le voy a preguntar a cada uno de ustedes sobre su decisión de la audiencia preliminar.
The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine if there is enough evidence or probable cause to justify keeping you detained until your case goes to trial.
El propósito de la audiencia preliminar es para que un juez determine si existen motivos fundados, es decir, suficientes pruebas para justificar su detención hasta que el caso vaya a juicio.
For those of you charged with misdemeanors only, you will have the option to waive your preliminary hearing.
Para ustedes que solamente tienen acusaciones menores, tendrán la opción a renunciar a tener la audiencia preliminar.
Waiving your hearing does not affect your right to post bond. It does not affect your right to an attorney, and it does not affect your right to a trial.
Renunciar a la audiencia preliminar no le afectará para salir bajo fianza, para tener un abogado que lo represente o para pasar a juicio.
If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
Si deposita fianza, la audiencia preliminar quedará renunciada automáticamente.
In that instance, your court date will be mailed to you.
Si ese es su caso, se le enviará por correo la notificación de su próxima cita judicial.
If you did not make bond and you are still facing misdemeanors only, you can still waive your preliminary hearing.
Si no ha salido bajo fianza y solamente está enfrentando acusaciones menores, aún así tendrá la opción a renunciar a la audiencia preliminar.
That will move your matter along and you will be brought before a state court judge.
Esto agilizará su causa y así usted tendrá que comparecer ante un juez de la sala estatal.
You will either plead guilty and receive your sentence at that time, or you will plead not guilty and be set for a trial.
En esa audiencia, usted se declarará culpable para recibir la imposición de la condena en ese momento, o se declarará no culpable para proceder a juicio.
If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond in your case.
Si actualmente está cumpliendo una condena de libertad condicional, esta juez no tengo la autoridad como juez para imponer su fianza hoy.
We are streaming live on YouTube.
Estamos transmitiendo esta audiencia en vivo por YouTube.
When you come before the court, I will read your charges to you.
Cuando usted pase delante mío, entonces le voy a informar de las acusaciones.
I will ask if you understand the nature of your charge.
Le preguntaré si entiende la naturaleza de las acusaciones.
And I will ask if you wish for me to read your warrants or warrantless affidavits aloud, or if you would like for me to just waive the reading.
Y también le voy a preguntar si ustedes quieren que le lea la orden de arresto o la orden de arresto que se permite para detener a alguien.
The court has no preference, but I wanted you to know that you have that option.
Yo como juez no tengo preferencia, pero quería informarles que ustedes tienen esa opción.
We will take Mr. Isaias first, and then we will begin with the female inmates.
Comenzamos con el señor Isaías primero.
You guys go back to the cell. Go back to the cell. Go back to the cell.
Mr. Isaias,
Señor Isaías. Yes.
you were charged with criminal trespass.
A usted se le acusa de entrada ilícita o de hacer daños en una propiedad privada.
Do you understand and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
¿Entiende, señor? ¿Y quisiera usted renunciar a la lectura de la orden de arresto o quiere que le lea en voz alta? The interpreter needs to ask him to repeat, Your Honor. Disculpe, señor, no entendí su respuesta.
No quiero leerlo en voz alta.
I don't want it read.
Your bond is $2,500, and you must not return to that lot at 6351 Sierra Boulevard.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Your bond is?
$2,500.
Okay. Señor, usted tiene una fianza en la cantidad de $2,500 y a usted se le prohíbe regresar a ese lote en el 6351 de la Tarra Boulevard.
You must also not violate any laws.
That's fine. Tampoco se le permite incumplir ninguna ley mientras está en libertad bajo fianza. Yes.
Able to make bond?
Señor, ¿piensa que va a poder depositar la fianza para salir?
¿Cuánto es el bond?
How much is it?
$2,500.
$2,500.
¿Ese es el bond? Lo menos.
That's the bond?
Yes.
Sí, señor.
No lo creo.
No, I don't think so.
Your next court date will be January 8th, 2021.
Su próxima audiencia se señala para el 8 de enero 2021.
Have a good day.
Que tenga buen día, señor.
Madam Interpreter, I believe that's all we have today.
Yes, ma'am. May I just inquire to make sure I had another name? Are we
Okay.
sure that Miss Velasquez Gonzalez will not require my services?
Deputy Ajou, does Ms. Velasquez speak English?
Velasquez is out on bond, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Have a
You all
good
have a
day.
great day.
Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Okay, Kelly Benton should be next.
Right to the podium.
Ma'am, you are charged with 2 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, use of possession of drug-related objects, and a 3rd count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? Your bond is $26,000 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Come on, in here. You got
Next,
who?
Stacey Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You are charged with crossing the guard line with drugs or alcohol. You were charged with a felony count on violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and you're also charged with use or possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $11,000. You must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Thank you. Sharika Cotton.
That's you. George, which name you got?
Sharika Cotton, is she OTB?
And 1 second. It's Cotton OTB. Cotton. Cotton. Yeah. It's out on bond.
Thank you.
Yes.
What about Patricia Ferguson?
Who?
Patricia Ferguson?
Huh? Your Nash? Courtney Nash?
Patricia Ferguson?
Ferguson?
Yes,
Ferguson,
please.
come on. Ferguson, come on.
You're calling the 23rd.
That's okay. Stand right here, ma'am. You guys be quiet. Because you're making noise.
Are you Miss Ferguson?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. You're charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have it read out loud?
Read out loud.
It is accused that on November 21st, that you committed the offense of criminal trespass by breaking a glass cup as well as a vaporizer by throwing them during a fit of rage while intoxicated. Both you and Mr. Lofton currently live together, making this an act of family violence. You are to stay away from Mr. Lofton. You cannot return to 6569 Homestead Road in Rex, Georgia. Your bond is $3,500 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Now, can you repeat bond? You said 3,000.
3,500.
Okay.
Okay. And you said you are able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail, okay?
Yes.
Have a good day, ma'am. Next should be Courtney Nash.
I'm Courtney Nash, Your Honor.
Yes, you're charged with battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I wish to have it read, please.
I can't hear you.
I wish to have it read, please.
It is accused that you intentionally caused visible bodily harm to your boyfriend, Harlan Scott. You caused Scott to sustain an open bleeding scratch on the left side of his neck. You also caused him to sustain 2 open bleeding scratches on the cheek on the right side of his face. You had a bleeding nail bed on the finger on your left hand, which will be consistent to the scratches Scott sustained in his neck. These incidents occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $4,000. You are to stay away from Harlan Scott. Do you currently live together?
Yes, we do.
You cannot return to 8836 Verde Drive in Riverdale, Georgia. You can return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted until this matter is resolved or until this condition is modified by another judge. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond? I can't hear you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is a misdemeanor, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Your next court date will be January 8th, 2021 at 8 a.m. Have a good day. Next will be Evelyn Rainey. What was that? Did you ask the question?
No, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
That's not even, I don't even know if you took it from everything in my case.
Ma'am, you were charged with a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I waive.
Your bond is $6,500 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am. Next should be Lavisha.
Hello.
Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Can I hear my charge?
Yeah. Admitted to intentionally taking the victim's clothing and additional belongings from the residence and placing it in a vehicle outside of the residence without the permission of the victim. The accused shares a residence at 393 Sir Williams Court in Jonesboro, Georgia with the victim. This incident took place in unincorporated Clayton County. Accused is placed under arrest and transported to Clayton County Jail. Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Christopher Mullins, and you cannot return to 393 Sir William Court in Jonesboro, Georgia. Since that is your residence, ma'am, please do not interrupt the court. Since that is your residence, I will allow you to return with the sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted until this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. He don't stay there. I stay there. That's my dad's house. And the car that it was some belongings of his outside. It was a car that I put it in. I didn't want nobody to steal.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna stop you because you don't have your lawyer here present with you, and so you don't know what may or may not be helpful or harmful to you. So I'm gonna stop you from sharing at this point. I will say that based on my reading of the warrantless arrest affidavit, it is I'm going to not allow you to go back to that property, but I have appointed an attorney to represent you, and that lawyer can flesh out those issues, petition the court for modifying that special condition and go from there. But based on my reading of the affidavit, it says that you all live together, okay? So that can be cleared up.
Saturday.
Say that again.
He moved out Saturday. Yes.
So you can share that with your lawyer and you all can go from there. The question I have for you, ma'am, is are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I did share that you're not to violate any laws out on bond, okay, ma'am?
Yes. That's my only resident. That's my dad's house. That's the only place I live. My mom is in Florida. This is my dad's house. He passed.
I I do understand that, ma'am, and that's why I appointed an attorney to represent you. Unfortunately, my hands are tied based on the nature of the allegations, as well as based on the charge and the things surrounding the charge. That's just a policy of this court to just make sure that everybody stays protected and safe. But I have appointed an attorney to represent you. He or she, you can speak with them about ways to get this modified by another judge so that you can get back to your residence, especially if he's no longer there, okay?
If it's no longer there, and my doors are unlocked.
Okay, so you said you can make bond. This is a misdemeanor. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing, ma'am?
No, I want to continue on.
Your next court date will be January 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am. Next should be Latasha Tillery. Ma'am, you're charged with no license violation. Your bond is $1,000, but I'm going to give you an OR on that charge. So you are able to sign out on that no license charge. Since you are going to be signing out, I'm presuming you're going to sign out since I'm allowing you to sign out.
Yes, ma'am.
So you will need to sign your waiver. And once you sign your waiver, your court date will come in the mail, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Next will be Kiaja Williams. I apologize if I mispronounced your name.
Keisha Williams? Who's Keisha Williams?
Oh.
Keisha Williams?
Kiaja Shapiro Williams.
Williams.
You got to find out.
I bound it out.
Thank you. Are you Jasmine Allen?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hi, you're charged with reckless conduct. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your charge? Or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I'll waive it. That's fine. I understand. Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $3,000 and you must not violate the laws of out on bond. Are you able to pay bond?
I didn't hear the amount. It faded out. I'm sorry.
It's $3,000.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, I think you said that would be a good option.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail, okay?
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh. Kiara Beatty or Kiara Beatty? Ma'am, you are charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I'll waive it.
Your bond is $3,500. You were to stay away from Jalen Beatty, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be January 8th at 8 a.m. in room. I'm so sorry, Tasha. I've been saying January 8th. It should be December 8th for these misdemeanors, right? I believe I've been misspeaking. Latasha is our judicial assistant. Your court date will actually be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
Tasha, I'm sorry about that. If you're listening, I am going to update that for those misdemeanor first appearances. Next should be Kenyatta Bowie. Ma'am, you're charged with open container and a felony count of possession with intent to distribute. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I'll waive it.
Your bond is $16,000 and you should not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Next should be Felicia Hudson. You are charged with criminal trespass. Your bond, do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I'll waive it.
Your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Rocky Hudson. You cannot return to 1186 Gallahan Court in Riverdale, Georgia, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I didn't hear how much it was. Yes, but I am.
$3,500.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Misdemeanor, you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Takina Mathis,
What's
you
your
were
name?
charged with aggravated assault, simple battery, and criminal trespass, damage to property. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading, or do you wish to have your charges or your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one is it? You want me to read it aloud or you waive the reading?
I waived the reading. I'm sorry.
No worries. Your bond is $33,500, and you must stay away from Brian Mathis and not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Give me 1 second.
Jones.
Yeah.
Start from day one. The males.
Huh?
The males, day one.
I don't know why you mix them up. I already have a sip. Open up for them.
Yeah, just go ahead.
No, I don't want to be a apologize. Going smooth. Man, I think I know for you that we have. Okay, let me ask. If you break them up from 8, when you call it back? Because I already have, I think, the set to put them, but when I look, I split them up already. No, I'm saying after when the finish hearing the court.
McCullough?
That's why I already have a set way.
Are you Miss McCullough?
No, ma'am.
Keandra McCullough?
McCullough went on it's out on bond.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Catherine Young,
that's it.
you were charged with cruelty to children in the first degree and armed robbery. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrants, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I waive my reading.
I have a bond at this time. Should you get a bond, you should stay away from the alleged victim, Andre Houston. However, if you do not have a bond at this time, your next court date will be January 11th, 2021 at 8 a.m. Have a good day. That should be all of the female inmates, correct?
Lower release. Yes, Judge.
Okay, are you all ready to start with the males?
Yes, Judge. One moment, please.
All right.
All right, Judge, we're ready.
To confirm, everybody that's all of the inmates, they heard the speech, correct?
Yes, not all. But this one's heard the speech.
Yeah, so now we have the speech, but
Yeah, this one heard the speech. Except the one on the 23rd.
When we get to the ones that have not heard the speech, please let the court know because everybody needs to be made aware of their rights.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Just to confirm, I'm showing that Ronald Beebe was an add-on, but I also saw that he's OTB. Is BB OTB?
BBOTB?
BEBE? Sir, are you Randall Johns?
What's your name, sir?
I'm Quadra and Ponce.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Quadra and Ponce.
Okay, give me 1 second.
We're doing the 22nd, George. We're going with the 22nd list.
Oluwaji Adewuyi.
Adewuyu? No, it's not active, George. Adewuyu is not active.
Okay, thank you.
He bonded out.
Mr. Kawajo Ponsa.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. You're charged with violation of the seatbelt law and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Can you repeat? I didn't hear you. So what was I trying to do?
You're charged with seatbelt and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish for the court to read it aloud?
Yeah, you could read it aloud.
Give me 1 second. It is alleged, sir, that you drove past the officer with no seatbelt when you were stopped, and when the officer made contact, officer began to smell an odor of marijuana, asked if you had any in your vehicle, you stated no. The officer asked you to step out of your vehicle. When you stated out of the vehicle, you walked past the officer after you were told to sit down, and you were then put in handcuffs after passively resisting arrest. Your bond is $4,000 and you shall not violate any laws on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yeah.
Is that yes?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Stand right there. Come to the podium.
Joshua Bachelor,
That's you? Yes.
Mr. Bachelor,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with speeding and driving on a suspended license. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have your charges read aloud?
You can read it out loud.
It is alleged that you committed the acts above when you were driving a 2008 Jeep Commander bearing a Georgia tag RX P4288 on Rex Road at Rex Ridge Parkway while traveling 60 miles in a 40-mile-per-hour speed zone. Upon checking the license on GCIC, your license returned suspended as of April 9, 2019 for failure to appear. The speed was verified via LiDAR speed. This incident occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $2,000 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Would I be able to contact the own requirements bond? Would I be able to be valid for an OR bond?
Yes.
Okay, if possible, if you could do that, I can make payments today.
You won't need to if it's an OR. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next should be Delarian Bain.
That's you? All right, come on. You come on back. You just step aside.
Delarian Bain,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with a tag, driving a license, and a felony count on violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
You can read it out.
It is alleged that you operated a motor vehicle with a suspended registration and suspended license as of July 10th, 2020. Knowing You are also in possession of the vehicle with over an ounce of a green leafy substance suspected of marijuana was found in a green jar in the driver's seat floorboard. The registration was suspended on September 14th of 2020. These occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Andre Bell should be next.
Who judge?
Andre Bell.
Andre Bell.
The Magistrate5 go to the side.
Hold on 1 second, Judge. Jones.
Yeah.
Andre Bell. You didn't call Andre Bell.
They call Andre Bell twice. He didn't respond. He probably found it out. They called him. I called his name.
Andre Bell.
Andre Bell.
He come out.
Andre Bell.
Right here.
Judge, 1 second is coming.
Thank you.
Come on, Mr. Bell. Come on, straight. Come to the podium right here.
Sir, you're charged with driving on a suspended license and giving a false name, address, and date of birth. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Read aloud.
It's accused that you, driving a 1988 Chevrolet Sport van, drove into the public highway of the state of Georgia with a suspended driver's license. Suspension date of June 26, 2019. You were served on June 26, 2019. Also, you provided a false name and date of birth during the investigation. You, as alleged, you told the officers your name was Tracy Bell. This offense occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $5,000 and you should not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense, or both of these are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Preliminary hearing?
Yes, sir. Do you wish to waive it?
I don't understand that.
Since you don't understand, sir, I'm not going to allow you to waive it. Your next court date will be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
It should be Keyshawn Bonner. You, Mr. Bonner?
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce, use of possession of drug-related objects, and a felony count on violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud, or do you waive the reading?
No, you don't have to read it out loud.
You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
I ain't worried.
Come on, sir. This
Yes,
way.
sir, January 11th. Aaron Brown.
Brown, come on.
Do I not? I don't get a preliminary hearing.
That's what it said, January 11th.
She said my name. Okay, now,
Your preliminary is, does he have a question? Because I'm happy to answer it.
yes, I do have a question, Your Honor.
Judge, he's talking about preliminary hearing.
Do
I
I,
So
told him,
let's report the question and I'll give him an answer. What's your question, sir?
do I not have a preliminary hearing or nothing?
Yes, I just told you it was scheduled for January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201.
all right, come on this way, sir. Let's go. Come on, sir.
Aaron Brown, Mr. Brown,
Yes, Your Honor.
you're charged with improper lane change, possession of a firearm by a felon, and a misdemeanor of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
You can read it out.
It's accused that you were operating a white Jag Virginia tags on I-85 at high rate of speed all over the lanes of travel, that you failed to maintain your lane by crossing the dotted lines. While speaking with you, a strong odor of marijuana was coming from the car. The officer conducted a probable cause search. In your crotch area, a bag of a green leafy substance was located. Under the driver's seat was a black handgun, and you are a felon. Based on those charges, your bond is $12,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Your next court date is going to be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
So my bond would be how much?
Your bond is $12,000.
Says 12% of that 12,000.
You have to talk about it depends on what bond you're
Come on this way, sir.
trying
Let's
to
go.
get percentages, because sometimes I'll get it wrong. So it just depends on what company you use, okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't fully understand it because you was chopping up. You was choppy there.
I was saying that I don't do the math because it really will depend on what company you use. Your total bond is $12,000. You can do cash, commercial company, or property.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Next should be Dante Bullock.
It's out on bond, Judge.
Thank you. Next should be Ladarius Carmichael. You, Mr. Carmichael?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with theft by receiving stolen property and giving a false name. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Don't have to read it.
Your bond is $13,500, and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
You too, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next should be Jaquez Cooper.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm well, how are you?
Okay, at the moment.
Mr. Cooper, you were charged with battery, marijuana less than an ounce, crossing the guard line, a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and another count of misdemeanor possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
You don't gotta read it aloud. I understand it.
Your bond is $17,000. You were to stay away from Lakia Graham. Do you reside with Ms. Graham?
Yes, ma'am, but I don't have to reside with her no more.
So you will not return to 628 Southside, commercial room 358.
Oh, man.
You will not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Next should be Antoine Dukes. You are charged with simple assault and driving under suspended license. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Can you read it aloud?
It is alleged that you operated a vehicle while your license was suspended. After the officer investigated and walked to your vehicle, the vehicle is a silver 2007 Pontiac Grand Prix that you were operating. While on the way to complete the arresting paperwork, you tried to spit on the officer repeatedly. Your spit missed landing on the officer's person, but your spit landed in the arresting paperwork that was directly beside the officer. Your bond is $5,000. Are you able to make bond?
No, Your Honor. I'm not able to have an OR bond or anything like
No,
that.
sir. Are you able to make bond?
I could try to. My dad could try to pay.
These
Or
are
lowered.
Excuse me?
I said, or can it be lowered?
No,
Because
sir.
I didn't spit. I was drunk in the
I
car.
don't want you to stop because your lawyer's not with you. I'm not assessing your guilt or innocence. Your bond is set based on my review of the warrantless arrest affidavit and other factors. So we're not going to go into whether you're guilty or innocent because that's not what's before the court right now. So I just asked you if you're able to make bond. You said you're going to try, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
I waive it and that bond goes away.
No, if you waive it, it just means that you're going to move your case along to the state court sooner. If you don't waive it, your next court date will be December 8th at 8 a.m. Which do you prefer, sir?
If I don't waive it, I'll be going to court December 8th or
I'm
if
going to go ahead and set you down since you don't seem to understand, which is fine. The court is not upset, but I do not have time to continue to explain it. And you do need your lawyer with you if you still have these questions. So you can speak with that with your lawyer about that. If you all decide to waive it, they'll do that at the appropriate time. Okay, sir?
Okay, so I go to court December 8th or
Yes, your next court date will be December 8th. Have a good day, sir.
my bond is not.
Next will be Tristan Edmondson. You are charged with tampering with evidence and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or you should have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $6,000 and you must not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Can hear you.
No, ma'am.
Your next court date will be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Thank you. Next should be Anthony Gilead.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm well, how are you? You are charged with criminal trespass. You understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have it read aloud? I can't hear you.
I understand now.
You are to stay away from Tammy Lezama. Do you currently reside with Ms. Lezama? It indicates that you currently reside with her. You cannot return to 8213 Highway 85, A1201. Since that's your residence, you can return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without an escort until that matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand? Because you looked a little confused.
Yes, ma'am. I stay there. I can't do that.
What was that?
I stay there. My lease is my apartment. She stayed with me. So how can I?
Yes, sir. Based on the nature of the charge that you all live together and based on the allegations, I am not going to allow you to go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until you get that modified, okay?
I understand.
You must also not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. Your bond is going to be $3,500. And you said you're able to make bond. This is a misdemeanor offense. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
I just like to make bond.
Making bond is not going to affect whether you have it. When you bond out, you're going to be waiving it. But I'm just asking, do you wish to waive it now? You said you're going to bond out, so you will be waiving it once you bond out. So I'm just asking, do you wish to sign your waiver now?
Yeah, I sign it now.
Okay, please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Weldon Hale. You're charged with simple battery, criminal trespass, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Read aloud, please.
It is accused that you did make physical contact with the victim, Brianna Boyd, during a physical altercation. You threw the victim through the window of the residence, causing damage less than $500. Both parties live at the location, making this family violence. While searching the offender for weapons and contraband, the officer located a cigarette that the offender admitted was marijuana. These incidents occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Based on your status as a probationer in Riverdale, you do not have a bond at this time. Should you get a bond, you are to stay away from Ms. Boyd and not return to 6740 Creekmore Lane in Riverdale, Georgia. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When I was down getting booking, they told me I was on a 48-hour hold. So
What's your question?
when I was down in booking, they told me I was on a 48-hour hold. So I want to know what's that about?
I'm not sure, sir. I don't have that information in front of me. I just know that based on your probationary status, you were not entitled to a bond at this time, okay? You do have a lawyer I've appointed to represent you. He or she should be coming to see you soon. Speak with your lawyer about those and other options, and they can explain that further, okay? All right. These are misdemeanors, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
By me waiving that, what is that?
I've already gone over it, sir. Since you still don't understand, which is fine, I'm going to set you down for the 8th of December. When you speak with your lawyer about the other questions that you have, ask him about whether or not you should waive your preliminary hearing, okay? Have a good day. Lucas Jose or Jose Lucas? Or Lucas Hose?
It's Lucas Hose, man.
Okay. You were charged with improper turn signal, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, use of possession of drug-related object, possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, and being unlabeled. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your charges, or do you wish to have your warrantless affidavit read aloud?
You ain't got to read it out loud now.
Your bond is $22,000 and you must not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
January 11th?
Yes,
Yes. Sir, you're charged with theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have your accusation read aloud?
I understand it.
Your bond is $4,000. You are not to return to any Walmart store. You must not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am. Can I do an OR?
No, sir. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? These are misdemeanor offenses. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail if you bond out. If you don't bond out, they'll bring you up for your next court date, okay? Isaiah Jones should be next.
Zach Jones, come on.
You were charged with pedestrian violation, meaning you were in the walkway, and you were charged with obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Understand.
Your bond is $4,000 and you shall not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yeah.
Waiver, your next court date will come in the mail. If you are not out on bond, they will bring you up for your next court date, okay?
Okay, from my understanding, in intake, they told me that my bond was 500.
You have a bond for the pedestrian walkway for $500, but the obstruction of an officer charge, your bond is $3,500.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right.
Richard Lee.
Richard Lee.
You are charged with battery, including the children in the 3rd degree. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud?
I understand.
You do not have a bond at this time based on your position as a probationer. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? Both of these are misdemeanor offenses, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
So you do have a bond?
No, based on your position as a probationer out of Cobb County, you do not have a bond at this time. I was asking, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? Because these are misdemeanor offenses.
What, my issue, what did that mean? Like if I waive my preliminary hearing?
No, sir, I've already explained it earlier. Is this the batch of inmates that didn't hear their rights read?
No, this one, they had the rights, they had it, Judge.
Okay, so I'm gonna just set you down for December 8th at 8 a.m. for your next court date. You do have a lawyer who can explain further the difference between waiving and all of that, okay? But since you don't understand it yet, I find that you cannot make a knowing waiver, so I'm gonna set you down for your court date to be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir.
I'm on this one.
Stuart Lee.
Who, Stuart Lee?
Yes,
Out on bond.
thank you. Preston Lloyd.
Mr. Lord. Preston? Yeah. Hold on 1 second. It's coming, Judge, 1 second.
Using the bathroom.
Preston, we're gonna be quiet, okay? We're gonna be quiet. All right, yes, quiet, that's what I mean. So Preston, come on, sir. Preston, come on, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to take it wrong.
It's right here, Judge. Come to the podium, come to the
You're
podium.
charged with 3 counts of child molestation and public indecency. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand, but it's a lie, y'all.
You do not have a bond at this time. Should you get a bond, you should stay away from Nyana Carter, Sharia Carter, and Bella Swinger. But as I stated, you do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Next should be LeBron Perry.
Run.
LeBron Perry,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with a violation of the walkway. I'm going to give you an OR bond on that, sir. So once you sign out on that bond, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Like my computer was freezing. So you're going to get an OR bond on that charge, and you must not violate any laws out on bond, okay? So sign, you'll be able to sign yourself out, but you do need to sign your waiver, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I go home today?
Yeah, come on. You want to sign it? We'll sign it. Sign the waiver. We got
Damon
it.
Satterfield,
What else you got next?
Damon Satterfield,
Yeah, sign it right there.
It's a second thing. Come on, son.
Right here. Finished? Yeah.
are you Mr. Satterfield?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with driving on a suspended license and 2 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
My waiver.
Your bond is $11,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
It's possible, yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Durante Stevens, excuse me.
It's coming, Judge.
Thank you. Sir, you were charged with theft by receiving stolen property. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to read it or you waive it?
I understand.
Your bond is $10,000 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yes.
Court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Reginald Stevens.
It's coming, Judge.
Thank you. Yes, hello. You're charged with 3 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, improper backing, and use or possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand my charges.
Your bond is $16,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Gregory Teasley should be next.
Who, Judge?
Gregory Teasley.
It's coming.
Teasley.
There you go.
I'm fine, thank you. You're charged with theft by receiving stolen property. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
Understand.
Your bond is $10,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date is January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Dante Walcott.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass, damage to property. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Yes, ma'am, I totally understand.
You do not have a bond at this time. Should you get a bond, you're to stay away from Tamika Wright. You do not have a bond as you are a probationer out of Henry County. I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Should you get a bond, like I said, you should stay away from Tamika Wright. This is a misdemeanor, so you have the option of, actually, no, excuse me.
Actually, that's my mother's house.
Yes, your criminal trespass is a misdemeanor as well. So you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish?
It broke up. I didn't hear what you said. It broke up. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I can't hear you.
No, I said it's not. Yeah, it's breaking up.
It's breaking up, Judge.
Can you hear me now?
I sure can.
I was asking, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
This is
Next should be Martray Williams.
Master Williams. Hold on 1 second, Judge.
They want to do it for
Hold on, she's coming. Hello, Judge. She'll come up, it's frozen. Okay. It's frozen.
Can anybody hear me at the jail?
Yes, Judge, we can hear you now.
Judge Duvernay said that her computer went down. She's about to log in shortly.
Okay.
We are back on the record. I want to apologize. My computer froze and then shut down, but I'm back. Are you Mr. Martray Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you were charged of violation of the seatbelt law, driving on a suspended license, and giving a false name. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I gave the officer Trey Williams. My name is Mark Trey Williams. I mean, that's just my nickname. I ain't mean to give him a false information.
Do you wish for me to read the warrantless arrest affidavit aloud, or you waive the formal reading?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your bond is $5,500, and you must not violate any laws of auto bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. Which means you can waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver, sir. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Miles Williams.
That's what I'm going, sir.
Miles Williams.
It's coming, Judge.
Okay, thank you. So you're charged with driving on a suspended license. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish the affidavit read aloud?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to read it aloud, or you understand?
Understand.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I got the mask on. I said I understand.
Okay, your bond is $1,500, and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
My funds, I actually don't have access to my funds, but yes, ma'am, I am.
This is a misdemeanor. You can waive your preliminary hearing should you wish to waive it. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Harold White should be next.
Judge, who we got?
Harold Wise.
Harold Wise. Harold Wise.
We got Harold Wise, Judge.
What did you say?
We don't have Harold Wise.
Harold Wise, W-I-S-E, has he bonded out?
Bonded out.
Justin Woods.
Bonded out.
Christopher Zachary.
Bonded out.
All right. So we are now on the mails from today. Do I need to reread the speech, or have these people heard the speech?
Yes, before you go there, Judge, I have Johnson Charles for the list you just got through with. He's over here. Say he saw you yesterday. He saw another.
He saw another judge yesterday.
Yeah. Yes, Judge.
Who was that?
Johnson Charles. He saw the judge yesterday for first appearance.
Okay.
So he can go back. Can he go back?
I don't think I see him in the pile. Give me 1 second, okay, Aju?
All right, Judge.
Mr. Charles Johnson or Johnson Charles, is that what you said?
Johnson Charles. Last name is Johnson, first name is Charles.
Okay, give me 1 second.
All right, Judge.
I don't have him in my stack, so that must mean that his was already taken care of yesterday by Judge Fox. So yes, he can go back.
All right. There are many folks you have to give them the briefing, Judge.
Okay, are they ready?
Yeah, ready. They're standing right here.
Okay, everybody, good afternoon, gentlemen. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information contained in your application for court-appointed counsel, as well as any information given to this court, will be true and correct to help you? If so, say I do. All right. Put your hands down, sirs. Today is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. We are not here to try your case or take a plea. You are here for the court to inform you of the charges against you, advise you of certain rights, set bail on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing for some of you, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. Should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you if this case goes to trial. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights. You have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to indictment by grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury. You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you. You also have the right to compel your own witnesses to testify on your own behalf by use of subpoena. You have the right to testify and offer evidence on your own accord should you choose to do so. However, should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. It is important to appoint each of you an attorney. However, you always have the right to hire an attorney to represent yourself. You're allowed to post unrestricted bonds pending the prosecution of this case, which may be cash, commercial, or property. If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with any fees to the sheriff's office, who will hold it until your case is resolved, at which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it. You could also use a commercial bonding company, which will take up to 15% of your total bond as a fee for their service. This bond fee will not be returned if you use a commercial bonding company. Someone may post a bond using their property if there is net equity in the amount 3 times the total bond. So if I set a bond for $2,000, your property must have at least $6,000 in equity to qualify for a property bond. Every one of you will have special conditions on your bond. At minimum, you will be prohibited from violating any laws while out on bond. Some of you will have additional conditions which keep you from going around certain people, contacting certain people, going around certain places. You will not be allowed to have any contact with the alleged victim while you're in jail. And should you violate any of these conditions, you should be having your bond revoked. You will not be entitled to a new bond while awaiting trial. And you could also be facing additional charges like aggravated stalking or influencing a witness or something of that similar charge. If those charges are brought against you, you face up to 10 years in prison or a fine of up to $20,000. So please be mindful that these special conditions are taken very seriously by the court. If you have family members who will be assisting you and they are the alleged victim, he or she will be unable to post bond on your behalf. Some of you are charged with offenses for which the court is not authorized to set bail. In those instances, your preliminary hearing will be scheduled, as well as your bond hearing will be scheduled to take place at a later date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set a bond on your behalf. Your probation officer will have to review the file to determine whether or not he or she wishes to take out a probation hold warrant on your case. Please listen up as we're about to start discussing preliminary hearings, and I will inquire each of you who are facing misdemeanors whether or not you wish to waive your preliminary hearing. So the purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine if there is enough probable cause to justify keeping you detained until your case goes to trial. If you are charged with misdemeanors only, you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. If you waive your preliminary hearing, this does not affect your right to an attorney. It does not affect your right to a trial, nor does it affect your right to post bond. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is waived automatically. I'll say that once more. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is waived automatically. And in that case, your case will be moved to the state court and your state court notice will come in the mail. If you are unable to bond out and you are facing misdemeanors only, you still have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing to move your matter along a little bit quicker. In that instance, you will be brought before a state court judge where you will plead guilty and be sentenced, or plead not guilty and have your trial date set. So when I call each of you up, I will make sure you are aware of this. We are streaming this hearing live on YouTube. When I call each of you up, I will read your charges out to you, and I will ask you if you understand and waive the formal reading of the charging document, or if you wish for me to read the accusation or the warrantless arrest affidavit out loud. If you don't want your charges and the specifics of the details read aloud, just tell me you want to waive it. Otherwise, I'm happy to read it aloud for you. I have no preference either way, but we will take Mr. Ajado first and we will go in order. So Roger Ajado will be first. You are charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, improper lane change, and following too closely. You are also charged with hit and run. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $7,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
I have to call my folks and find out.
These are misdemeanors, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Ronald Allen should be next.
Alan.
You are charged with DUI, open container, speeding, and improper lane change. Do you understand your charges and waive the formal reading of your formal warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $7,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing as these are misdemeanor offenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Luther Davis should be next.
Diddy.
Luther Davis. Are you Luther Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with speeding, driving on the hands-free device law violation, seatbelt violation, driving on a suspended license, no tag, concealing the identity of a vehicle, and no insurance. Do you understand the charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $5,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I gotta see.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Sir, since these are all traffic offenses, I'm going to go ahead and give you an OR bond. So you do not have to worry about seeing if you can make bond. I'm going to give you an OR bond. You still must not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail, okay? Next should be Patrick Davis.
Patrick Davis.
Sir, you were charged with hijacking, possession of a firearm by a felon, possession of a weapon or the commission of a crime, obstruction of an officer, and driving on a suspended license. Understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I wish you would have read out loud.
It is alleged that you approached the victim who was sitting in his vehicle, that you pointed a firearm at the victims and ordering them to get out, that you kept pointing the gun at the victim while rummaging through his pockets, then you jumped in his vehicle and fled, that the officer observed the vehicle pull into a park spot and then take off running, that you were tased and taken into custody, that you are a convicted felon for aggravated assault out of DeKalb County. You do not have a bond at this time. However, I did dismiss your driving on a suspended license charge, but the vehicle hijacking, possession of firearm, possession of a weapon or commission of a crime, and obstruction of an officer charges all still stand. And that stated you do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 11, 2021 at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Epps should be next.
Who's next, Judge?
RB Epps.
Nope.
You're charged with possession of Schedule 1 substance. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
Read it aloud, Judge.
It is alleged that you possessed or have under your control on November 22nd a controlled substance which is in violation of the above offense. The officers, while executing a search warrant on a Chrysler light blue 300 for aggravated assault investigation while The officers were assisting different detectives. They discovered a white package with the letters THC and several marijuana plant symbols on a large package Ziploc sealed bag. Based on the detectives' knowledge and training, they were able to determine that it was likely that package contained some kind of narcotic. The technical was then able to obtain an additional search warrant for the vehicle in order to retrieve and examine the white package. Upon further examination of the contents and closing the white package, detectives were able to locate a green leafy material, which was identified as marijuana based on their training and experience. They also contained within the bag a marijuana grinder and a clear vial containing a liquid substance. A field test of the liquid substance tested positive for the presence of THC, confirming the detectives' belief that the vial contained THC. Your bond is $10,000 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I'm sorry, Judge, you cut off, I couldn't hear you.
Your bond is $10,000 and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date is going to be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Antoine Galloway?
Mr. Galloway.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's coming.
Thank you. After Galloway will be Cody Jen. Sir, you're charged with obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud?
I understand. You gotta read it out.
Your bond is $5,000 and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Next should be Cody Jen. After Mr. Jen should be Laquan Grinter. So you're charged with battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand, Your Honor.
You are to stay away from Emily Owl. You cannot return to 5183 Heather Lane in College Park, Georgia. Do you reside with Ms. Owl?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can return to that address for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property if you return with the sheriff's escort. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
This is a misdemeanor, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I never got my bond.
Oh, I'm sorry. $3,500.
All right, thank you. Let him sign.
Laquan Grinter.
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with criminal trespass, identity fraud, and giving false statements to an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrants, or do you wish to have your warrants read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $23,500, and you must not violate any laws of bond. Are you able to make bond?
I may. I don't know yet. I have to call her out.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. Have a good day.
Wait, may I still have my preliminary? You said preliminary hearing?
Yes, that's January 11th.
Who's next, Judge?
Dewan Hunt.
Mr. Hunt, come on, sir.
Yeah. And I need Mr.
I'm fine. How are you? Good. Give me 1 second. You were charged with battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your charges, or do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud? It's accused that you intentionally caused bodily harm to the victim, Alejandro Hunt, neck by grabbing the scarf that was around the victim's neck and twisting it tight, causing a visible burn roughly 2 inches in diameter. During an argument, the offender did admit to the crime. The offense occurred in Clayton County, Georgia on November 22nd at 2300 hours at 8495 Alder Drive in Riverdale, Georgia. Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Alejandro Hunt. You cannot return to 8495 Alden Drive in Riverdale, Georgia. Do you reside there?
Yes.
Since that's your residence, you can go back with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand?
Can you repeat that last one for me?
Yes, Dr. Lucer.
You must not violate any laws while out on bond.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Are you able to make bond?
Minimum court, lower release.
Yes,
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
All right, Dr. Thank you.
Justin Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, great.
Hey, how you doing?
For court.
And Will, thank you.
All right.
Give me a second. You are charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and reckless conduct. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
Or like read it, please.
It is alleged that you made an assault upon Gary Solomon with a black handgun, which when used offensively against another person is likely to result in seriously bodily injury, and that you pointed the gun at the victim and stated you are coming for his life. It is also alleged that you did consciously disregard a substantial and unjustifiable risk, and that you endangered the safety of said person when you fired one shot in the garage before pointing the handgun at the victim, Bridget Jackson. You do not have a bond at this time. Should you get a bond, you are to stay away from Gary Jackson and Bridget Jackson, and you should not return to 9334 Forest Knoll Drive in Jonesboro. But as stated, you currently do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 11, 2021 at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First floor.
Mathis,
Mathis,
Face the wall.
it's coming, Judge.
thank you.
Face the wall.
You were charged with battery and criminal damage to property in the second degree. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? Your bond is $7,000. You shall stay away from Sakia Mathis, and you shall not violate any laws or out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses, which means you have the opportunity to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail.
Sorry.
Pacia Mobley.
Come on, sir.
Good afternoon. You were charged with a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, prowling, and use of possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I don't need it read aloud, ma'am. But could I possibly please ask for an OR at all? I have a, sorry, ma'am.
You cannot have an OR. Your bond is $8,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am, I'm all alone in this world. If I can get out there and go to work, I can make it.
Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir. Brandon Pittman.
Come on, sir.
Really? Yes, sir. That's what he said.
Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud?
I'll wait.
Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Taylor Nicole Barnes. You cannot return to 18 Daniel Drive in Stockbridge. It was indicated that on the warrantless arrest affidavit, this is your residence. As such, you can return to the property with the sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until this matter is resolved or until this condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to make bond?
I'm not sure yet.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Your next court date will be December 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Larry Robinson. You are charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $10,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Sims,
What you got, Judge?
Joshua Sims. You are charged with hit and run, following too closely, and reckless driving. Do you understand your charge and waive the formal reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? I can't hear you, sir. Can you hear me? Your bond is $3,000. You must not violate any laws of auto bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver, and your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Eric Smith. You are charged with license not being on person and obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Yes, I understand, ma'am.
Your bond is $4,000, and you must not violate any laws on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, may I respectfully request to sign out?
You cannot have an OR based on the obstruction charge. If it was just a ticket charge, I would consider an OR. Do not give an OR on obstruction charges. You said you're able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am. I just don't understand the obstruction charge. I don't understand exactly what that is.
Do you want me to read the warrantless arrest affidavit to you, sir? That's all I can do for you. I do have an attorney that's going to help explain what's going on, but if you want me to read the warrantless arrest affidavit to you, I'm happy to do so.
No, that's fine. I'll talk to the attorney.
Okay.
Yes, I'm able to make bond.
All right. Now, the question I have for you is, since this is a misdemeanor, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
If I don't waive it, do I still get out on bond today?
The waiver doesn't have anything to do with that. If you're able to make bond, you're able to make bond. If you don't waive it, it's still gonna be set. If you bond out, you're gonna waive it when you bond out.
Okay, I'll waive it.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Jamal Smith. So you're charged with battery and criminal damage to property. I dismiss your criminal damage charge. Your battery charge still stands. Do you understand the nature of your charge? Or do you wish to have it read aloud? Can you move your hair out of your face?
He said he understands.
I understand.
Your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Shamari Parks. You cannot return to 5809 North Lake Drive in Morrow, Georgia, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Thank you. Xavier Williams.
Judge.
Good afternoon. You're charged with violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, which is a felony. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand, ma'am.
Your bond is $10,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Your next court date will be January 11th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you. We should only have 2 remaining that are for extraditions. Is that correct, Aju?
I don't have the extradition papers. What's your name, sir?
Jaquavia Stockton and Tamara Owens should be for extradition, so you don't have the paperwork. I'll stand by for you to get it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Judge.
Just let me know when you get it. We'll come back on the record.
All right, Judge.
Thank you. The court is inquiring about the status of the paperwork. Do we have an update?
Yes, Judge, they are in route with the paperwork. Give us about 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Aju, while we're waiting for them to bring the paperwork, did you confirm that BB was actually OTB?
What are you talking about, Judge?
Ronald BB, remember at the beginning of the calendar, I said there was somebody that was indicated on one of the calendars that he was an add-on, and then another calendar said that he was OTB. I just want to confirm that he's actually OTB.
Well, let me grab my paperwork and look at the name. 1 second.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't see it. I don't.
All right, Judge, give me the last name and the first name. I will check on the computer.
His name is Ronald, RONALD. Last name BEBEE.
So Ronald Baby.
Yes.
Okay, I'll check.
Thank you. BEBEE.
I got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Judge.
Yes.
All right, we do have the waiver. It's just one person that Mr. Owens is wanted by the U.S. Army, so he doesn't need a waiver. So I have for Mr. Stockton.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Did you check on BB as well?
Yeah, they checked. They didn't get any info. Come on, you want to say something for you?
Your Honor,
Yes.
is BB is the last name, Ronald's the first name?
Yes.
Do you have an LE for him so I can double check to see if he's still here? Because we're
I
trying to
don't have an LE. No, because he was I don't have an LE.
okay. Right now we can't seem to find him, but I'm gonna keep looking for him because I need.
Okay.
But I'll be right back.
Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Stockton.
Good afternoon.
This hearing is called a extradition hearing. All of the rights I advised everyone of earlier. Also, could you stand still, sir? I know you're nervous, but it's distracting me. The moving back and forth is distracting. Could you also button your top button for me, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Thank you. All the rights that I advised everyone of earlier also apply to your case, but your hearing is a little bit different from the others, as this is not your first appearance. This is an extradition hearing. You do not have charges pending against you here in Clayton County. You have been brought to court today because you have charges pending against you in another state. The state is requesting that you return to answer those charges. Are you in fact YYYYY Stockton?
Yes, ma'am.
You already have an attorney representing you in this matter?
In North Carolina?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You are being charged with being a fugitive of justice as follows, and that you knowingly entered and remained in the state of Georgia while being wanted by Salisbury PD in the state of North Carolina for the charge of possession of a firearm by a felon and discharging a weapon from a moving vehicle, which is a felony. Indicated that they will extradite you, and their warrant number is W32-229-0412. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to OCGA Title 17, Chapter 13. As you heard, it is alleged you are charged with possession of a firearm by a felon and discharging a weapon from a moving vehicle in the state of Georgia, the state of North Carolina, and you have a choice as to whether you wish to contest extradition or if you want to waive extradition and be returned to the other state without going through the formal extradition process. If you decide that you wish to contest extradition, the court may commit you to the jail for an initial period of 30 days. During that time, a warrant will be prepared under the governor's signature for your extradition to the other state. The court may consider allowing you to post bond, but the court is not required to, and it is a policy of this court not to allow bonds in these cases with fugitive waivers. So I am not allowing a bond in your case at this time. If you do not wish to voluntarily return to the state of North Carolina, you may file a writ of habeas corpus to contest extradition. The writ of habeas corpus can only contest the following four things. 1, whether the extradition documents are in order on their face. 2, whether you are charged with a crime that actually exists in the demanding state of North Carolina. 3, whether you are the person named in the request for extradition. And 4, whether you are in fact a fugitive from justice. You cannot contest the issue of your guilt or innocence here in this court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are entitled to the advice of counsel in contesting extradition or deciding whether to waive it. If the state is unable to extradite you within 30 days, then you may be committed to the county jail for an additional 60 days awaiting your extradition. If the extradition is not completed in 90 days, then you will be released. So, sir, you have a choice. Do you wish to voluntarily return to the state of North Carolina?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please sign your waivers that Deputy Aju has before you. Once you sign that, you can go back, okay?
Yes. Do you know how long it takes for them to extradite me once I sign this?
So they have up to 90 days.
Oh, I thought it was 10 days, but thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Come on, stand by.
All right, Judge, I'm standing by for Mr. Beebe.
Okay. What I'll do is, if you could just shoot me an email, and then we can come back on. I don't want to hold the staff. Like I said, I saw something that said he was released and you said you can't find him. So I don't want to belabor the afternoon. If he is still there, I'm going to be standing by. You can shoot me an email. We can come back on the record and go live to do his first appearance. But I just wanted to confirm that, okay?
All right, Judge, I got you.
And do me a favor, Aju, if you don't mind, will you email me either way so that I can know if he's out? I'll know that. If he's not out, then we'll know I need to come back on, okay?
All right, I'll do so.
So that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it, Judge.
Okay, great. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a good one.
You too, Judge.